Alrighty then, everybody. Boomer Sooner. Sooners took care of Tech. Oklahoma State took care of Virginia, Motown. So now, in Stillwater, we're going to have Bedlam. Basically, it's an elimination game if you're looking to get to the Big 12 Championships in Arlington. A little bit different from what we thought it would be with a first of two games in Arlington. Or second of two games, I should say, in Arlington. But let's break down this one first. Here's your Sooner stumper of the game. Over the last 3 years, what are Oklahoma and Oklahoma State's combined records? The hint is that both teams actually finished 1-2 in the Big 12 over the last 2 years. And this year, the third year, both teams are in the top 10 in wins in the polls. So there's your Sooner stumper and hint. Find out what the answer is. Plus, we'll preview Bedlam. Coming up next, Boomer Sooner 1982. Don't go away. And welcome back to the show, everybody. My name's Harry James. The Sooner stumper of what is the combined records for Oklahoma and Oklahoma State over the last 3 years combined. Your hint was that both teams finished 1-2 in the conference. And this year, both teams are in the top 10 in rankings. Well, it's 26-4 for the Aggies and 25-5 for the Sooners, which is a combined 51-9 combined record over the last 36 months. That's 3 years. So the winner loses game number 10. We'll find out who that is from Boone Pickens Stadium Saturday, November the 4th of 2017. Oklahoma owns the overall record, however, at 86-18-7. That is an 81% winning clip. But Oklahoma State hasn't been quite this good in a long time. The last time Oklahoma State won the game was the year before what we were talking about, when they started getting all the turnovers and all the wins. 2 games before that, they played in their bowl, but to get to that bowl, they beat Oklahoma in Norman, 38-35 in 2014. That's the repunt game, if you will. Sooner fans remember that one when Bob decided to repunt the ball after a hold by Oklahoma State. Now, the last win for the Sooners, of course, that one came in Norman in the qualifying quote-unquote Big 12 championship game, regular season ender, 38-20 win for Oklahoma. This year's version that will be played on November the 4th will be Saturday, November the 4th at 3 o'clock p.m. on Fox Sports 1. The national broadcast team for that game will be released on Soonersports.com a little bit later in the week. Usually it's about Monday or Tuesday. Or you can listen to the local guys on the OU network. That's Toby Rowland on the play-by-play. Coach Murph Johnson on the color analyzing. And on the sidelines is Chris Plank and Teddy Lehman of Sports Talk 1400. And also a little bit of Rufus Alexander, the linebacker, former linebacker. He's a part-timer on the franchise network. 107.7 and 107.9 in T-Town. That's Tulsa. Football remotes. Now these are only in, this one is only in Norman though, is that you can watch Coach's Cabana live from Louis, or just outside of Louis. My buddies Mark Rogers and my close personal friend Barry Switzer and Mr. Thomas Lott, L-O-T-T, are live from the Louis, in front of the Louis, on Campus Corner. Right there, the front of Campus Corner, you can't miss them. Don't got a ticket, you can go down there and hang out with the coach. And that's only for the home game though. Usually they do their roadies from his home, but I believe this time they're doing it from one of the casinos in Tulsa. Well, I know that they're doing it from one of the ones in Tulsa. I believe, however, there we go, that it's been the Riverwind in the past in Tulsa. You'll have to look that up to be sure. Also, on game days, you can go across the street from McCaslin Fieldhouse and go to the official OU tailgate party. That's Sooner Fan Fest. Everything that you would want. Entertainment. From food to, they got the games always going on. And of course, you can meet and greet with my buddies from OU on the Air on Twitter, the Sooner Radio Network analysts. Or you can go to Campus Corner and hang out with Coach Switzer and company on game days. And also out there is from Balfour, just on Campus Corner. From Balfour, Sports Talk 1400's always out there. Live from the O'Connells out there on Campus Corner also is WWLS is always out there. And the big franchise, okay, 1077, the corner of White and Asp there at the Hertz Donuts parking lot. Alright, that's the pregame. That's what you do for the pregame. What about the game itself? Well, here's how the game itself levels out for Oklahoma, who averages 42.88 points per ball game for the Sooners, while averaging 586.13 yards per game. Defensively for Mike, 25.25, not too bad. 25 points a game in the Big 12, that's not bad. But 382.13 yards allowed per ball game. Still in the Big 12, that's not bad, but it could be better. For the Oklahoma Sooners and their main man, Lincoln Riley. In his first year at Oklahoma, Lincoln Riley was a quarterback at Texas Tech in 2002 and was promoted to a student assistant from 03, 04, and 05 when he was a student at Tech. With this being Lincoln's first year as the HBC, we don't have the overall record yet, so he's still stuck in 0-0. But didn't take over a bad offensive team, or a bad team, I'm sorry, that finished 11-2 and 9-0 in the Big 12 last year. First in the Big 12, and outright Big 12 champs. But, however, since this is Lincoln's first year and he doesn't have a regular season record, he also doesn't have a bowl record. He's 0-0. But that doesn't mean that the Sooners don't have the bling in Big 12 play. Since Big 12 play started in 1998, they've made a couple of division appearances and a couple of conference titles. The divisional championships first. The first one was in 2000, 2002, 2003, 2004, 06, 07, 08, and 2010 were the years that they qualified for the Big 12 Championship Divisional Trophy. But when did they take the hardware home? Well, that's happened recently also. 2000, 2002, 2004, 06, 07, 08. And in this decade, they've done, or in these last 10 years, they've done it in 2010, 2012, and then they've done it the last two times in 2015 and 2016 and the door is still about that open for a chance at 2017. But to get there, they have to get through this gauntlet of a month. And this is how it's gone so far for the Sooners. 7-1, 4-1 in league play. That started with a UTEP win, 56-7 in Norman. They then went on the road at Ohio State and got a big 31-16 win out there. Came home to play Tulane, 56-14 win there. Then that's when the defense got a bit shaky, but still got mostly wins they needed, including a 48-41 victory in Waco at Baylor. Then came the one loss that we were worried about, 38-31 to an improving Iowa State team, by the way. They then took their annual trip to Dallas to the Texas State Fair, won that one 29-23. Then went on the road in Manhattan at Kansas State, 52-35 win there. And then last night, they beat Texas Tech 49-27 to set up a huge Bedlam game between OU and Oklahoma State. Speaking of Oklahoma State, this is how Oklahoma State looks. They average 44.5 points per ball game. That's 44.5. Yards per ball game, they're averaging 256.25 yards per ball game, and they are allowing 24.38 points per ball game, and they are allowing yards per ball game. They are at 358.13 for their coach, Mike Gundy. Now, their Gundy, the shirtless one, I should say, no shirt on, has been at Oklahoma State since 2005 and has a 105-50 record. That is a .675 winning percentage. He also has a bowl record of 7-4. That is a .636 winning percentage in bowls. Last year went 10-3, 7-2 in Big 12 play. They won the Alamo Bowl over Colorado in 2016 last year for Mike Gundy. 38-8 win over Colorado. Conference and divisional titles, 0 divisional titles. But they do have that conference title in 2011. Remember, that's the year that they actually lost to Iowa State in Ames. That was their only loss, by the way, that year. They would have been in the national championship game if it weren't for that one nick. Speaking of having one nick, Oklahoma State has one nick, as does Oklahoma, at 7-1, 4-1 in league play. That includes a Tulsa win, 59-24 win, and then 2 roadies at South Alabama, 44-7 win, and at Pittsburgh, 59-21, before coming home for that one loss. They lost to TCU, 44-31. They then got back on the winning track in Lubbock at Texas Tech, 41-34. They then beat Baylor 59-16 in Stilley. And then the next 2 road games at Texas and at West Virginia, both wins. Another win for the shirtless Mike Gundy in Austin, 13-10 win in overtime, by the way, over the Shorthorns. And then just yesterday, a 50-39 victory over West Virginia in the Motown. That sets up a huge Bedlam game Saturday on Fox Sports Uno. By the way, the Fox Sports 1 part might not be very attractive, might not be very sexy, or what Oklahoma and Oklahoma State wanted. But you know what? They're getting the national attention that they want. Game day will be in the Stilley on Saturday for ESPN College Game Day. All right, guys. That's been the Oklahoma State preview. My name's Harry James. You can find this preview, on my Facebook account, Harry James Taylor. Tweet or on my Twitter, @HypeManHarry. Or as always, you can find this in all my previous YouTube videos on the YouTube Boomer Sooner 1982. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and as always, Boomer Sooner everybody, take care, I'm out of here!